We will use input field inside form element here. Drop form in Canvas. In Properties panel, select a data table for the form element under Select Data Table. Now, let's drop input field inside form. You can adjust the position as per requirement. In the Properties panel, first is Element ID. This is a unique ID given to each element which can be modified. This ID will be used to identify the screen elements when used in other modules. Using X-coordinate field, you can adjust X-axis of input field. Using Y-coordinate field, you can adjust Y-axis of input field. You can modify the width of element by changing value in width field and modify height of the element by changing value in height field. These can also be modified using cursor in screen canvas. Form field will have list of columns from selected data table. Choose a desired column. Hint is nothing but a help text that can be provided in the input box. You can also change the auto-populated hint text if desired. External label is more like a title to the input field. If you don't want a label, you can uncheck this checkbox. Next is type. We support text, numeric, date, date time, file and password data types. You can set a minimum and maximum length to your input field. End users will be able to enter values only within this range. If you wish to prefix or suffix data in input field with a default value, you can do that using these two fields. Field change depending on chosen type. For example, numeric type will have these two additional options. You can add decimal values to the numeric field data and add thousand separator to the input field data. Under options, we have disabled and hidden options. When disabled checkbox is checked, end users will not be able to provide input in this field. When hidden checkbox is checked, input field will not be visible to end users on runtime. These are the screen properties. Let's style the input field now. Click on background color to choose a color from color palette. Background color will be applied to input box. Under font family, you can choose desired font for label and hint text. You can change font size by manually entering a value here. Click on font color field to change the default black font color. You can change font to italic from this field and can change from normal font to bold here. Under text decoration, you can underline the label and input text. For the input box, border thickness can be provided in numbers here. A desired border color for the input box can be selected using border color field. Click on border color and choose a desired color of your choice to change existing color. Moving on to events section. On click event will be triggered on clicking the input field. On change will be triggered when users navigate from this element to another. On hover will be triggered when hovered over this input field. Choose an already created event that should be triggered under select event. If you have parameters in the added event, you must configure them before adding event. You can also edit the event parameters after adding an event and can delete the added event here. This is how you can style and add event to input field.